Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are thrilled to introduce you to an incredible scholar, Fisayo Balogun. Fisayo's passion, perseverance, and commitment to excellence have earned her a remarkable $7,000 scholarship through the Amberscholar September Intake 2024 program. Her journey is a powerful story of hard work and determination, and we can't wait for you to hear about it. Let's dive into her inspiring journey together. I will ask Mansi to take it further.
First of all, congratulations, Fisayo. You are the
Thank
winner
you.
of Amberscholar 2024 edition. Um, if you can tell us how you're feeling.
Okay, I'm feeling so excited. When I found out that I was the winner, I screamed with my family. We've been screaming since last week, and I don't think we've stopped screaming. We are so excited. So I'm feeling so excited right now.
We are glad. We are glad that we could be, a small contribution towards achieving your dreams. So we when we went through the SOP that you shared, and when we understood your journey, you really do have a remarkable talent for creative writing. Right? Can you tell us about how your love for storytelling began and how it's evolved over the years?
Okay, so my love for storytelling began when I would say, 12 years old. So quite a long time. It began when I was 12 years old. And when I was younger, if I ever felt if I ever felt like I couldn't express my emotions or I couldn't talk to someone, my parents and my teachers would always encourage me to write what you feel and let someone read it and understand you. So I started writing what I felt. And as I was writing, I realized that, oh, I really do enjoy this. And I think I'm going to take it into a different route and I'm going to try writing stories and not just what I felt. So I started taking what I felt and turning it into stories. So I became my own character and my friends became other characters in my stories. So that's where that love came from. And ever since then, it's been growing. So while I was in secondary school and while I was doing my undergraduate as well, the love for storytelling kept on being developed with encouragement from my parents and from my teachers as well, telling me that, oh, you can do something with your writing. Don't just leave it to us to read. And by the time I graduated from my undergrad, my mom encouraged me to post my stories online and I started getting feedback from there as well. So the love is just been growing and with their support and their encouragement.
That's great, yeah. I mean, you started at 12, which is a pretty young age to start at.
Mhm.
So every writer has a moment of inspiration, right? With you particularly, was there any story or a book or your experience that sparked this journey into creative writing?
Yes, there was. And I would mention J.K. Rowling again. So
Yes.
there was a time that my dad he shared an interview that J.K. Rowling did about her journey in writing and how she kept on like sending her stories to publishers and kept on being rejected. Because at that point in my life, I was feeling like I couldn't share my stories with people because people wouldn't like it, and I was scared of being rejected. And my parents knew that I have this love. Why don't you share it? And I kept on like going back and forth that I'm scared. I'm scared. So my dad shared J.K. Rowling's story with me, and then I read her books and I watched the interview. I watched the movies as well. So she's like my main inspiration. Once I found out that she also had to pass through a journey of rejection to be able to get to where she is now, it encouraged me and inspired me to also take that leap of faith and journey as well. So she's like my main inspiration, and her books as well. They gave me the courage to take on creative writing as a serious thing and know that it can also be something I can use to take care of my family to one day.
I agree. I agree. I mean, Harry Potter is one of my favorite books too. So
Mm-hmm.
when you said J.K. Rowling, I really connected with you there. That her writing and the way she's portrayed the stories in her books
Mm-hmm.
is truly remarkable. And having her as an inspiration um, is 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 a really high benchmark. And we are very confident that you would follow in her path.
Sure.
Um, when it comes to writing, it's often seen as a solitary pursuit, right? But you've made it clear that community also plays a big role in your work. So, how is your involvement in writing groups or creative communities influencing your writing skills or your craft?
Okay, so when I started getting into writing groups and writing communities, I did so because I wanted to get the feedback of other writers as well. Because, like you mentioned, when writers write, we all want to be like alone. We don't want to share our work with people until we feel that it's excellent, like it's very perfect. And it's something that I have been working on. So when I started getting into writing groups and having people read my work and give me that feedback that, oh, you can do this better, you can take this out, you can put this in, it really encouraged me to know that, okay, this writing shouldn't be something that I do alone. Like I need to share my work with others to give me that feedback so I can be better. So the communities have really helped me in improving my writing, if I really say so. And I've seen so much improvement from when I was writing alone without anybody's help and when I started writing with that group. And even recently as well, in my we are just like 3 weeks into school and have noticed that talking to my fellow classmates who are writers, giving me feedback of things I never even knew that I was doing wrong in my writing that I feel like I could do better of. It's been so encouraging. So I really encourage people to be part of communities as well. Don't write and be alone. Be in groups. It really helps to improve your work.
that's that's a really supportive thing that the community does, right? It does play an important role for you, or any of us, to bank on the feedback and improve ourselves.
Mm.
um, so we did actually go through some of the pieces that you've shared with the community, and you've written some incredible pieces that focus on resilience and identity. So, are there any personal experiences that have shaped the stories that you've written? And as you mentioned that a lot of characters that you've mentioned in the stories come, from your surroundings, from your family and friends. How has that shaped and taken a picture on in your books?
Okay, so majority, not all, but majority of my stories are based on my personal experiences. Like, if I could give example of one story, there was a story I wrote about a girl who was struggling in the work field, trying to find her place in this world, and also trying to understand that is this the right work for her, or should she go a different route? So that story was actually based on my experience of when I was trying to shift jobs, actually. So in Nigeria, when you're trying to shift jobs, it's not always easy. Sometimes you get a lot of no's, you get some yeses, and then you get there and then the work is not what you expected. So that time I was feeling very down because I felt like, oh, I've been trying and trying and trying. Why is this work not working out for me? Why can't I get the job that I really want? So I wrote that story. And the main character, I called her Anna, I think. I based her on myself. I was like, okay, Anna is going through this journey of not trying to find it, this journey of not having the job she wants and trying to get something that she feels she can't get. So I wrote that, and funny enough, from that story, I was able to get a job that I really liked because somebody read it and said, oh, I really resonate with Anna's story. And I feel like anybody who has also struggled with looking for work would also resonate with the story as well. And that really made me feel happy that something that I wrote out of my struggle, out of my pain, someone else read it. And he was a guy, so he's not even a girl. He read it and he thought that, okay, I can work with this writer because she is experiencing something that he has also experienced as well. So my personal experiences really develop my characters. Even if I write like fiction, so I do put like my imagination there as well. I still try to bring my experiences or experiences I've heard from my friends into my stories too. So that's how it really, my work, my life experiences really affect my stories. And anyone who like knows me deeply will know, oh, this experience is what made her get that story.
That's truly an insight that I think a lot of people in the community and in the society will relate to, because we never know who is going through the same experiences, and it is these stories through which we relate to each other. I mean, one of the truly inspiring thoughts that you've shared with the audience as well. Um, so when you you know winning a $7,000 scholarship is an incredible accomplishment. How do you plan to use this award to further your creative writing journey? How will it help you in your academic growth?
Okay, it is an incredible accomplishment because before the scholarship came, I had been entering into different competitions from both school and outside school. So me and my parents were like, "Oh, we really hope something comes through." And the week of the Amber Scholarship, that week I was feeling a bit down because of like homesickness. So that scholarship really cheered me up because I felt like, wow, this is such a big shock to me. And I literally cried for like 30 minutes because I was so, so happy. So it really, really changed my life. And I'm going to use the money towards my tuition because, as I mentioned in my SOP, international school fees are way higher than UK students' fees. So I'm going to use all the money towards my tuition in the next installment payment. And my parents and I are just incredibly glad because this has really given us a weight off our shoulder. We feel so happy that we can pay the next fee so easily and there's no issue. And we're just so grateful and thankful to Amber students for the scholarship as well. It's really, really life changing because I know that by paying these school fees and completing this degree, I will be able to achieve my dreams of being the writer, the global writer that I want to be, and also show my parents that, okay, you've sent your child over to the UK to school and she's making you proud as well, not just by winning a scholarship, but getting good grades in the degree. So that's what the money is going to help me for.
Right. And stories like you, inspirations like you are the reason that, we started this program. Can you tell us how did you hear about Amber Scholar program?
Okay, I heard about it on Instagram actually because I follow. I'm a student on Instagram. I saw the post one day and then I went to the website to read more about the information. So when I read it, I told my parents that, okay, I'm going to try and enter this scholarship. I don't know if I would win or if I would be part of the winners, but let me try. So my mom just said, okay, just try, write your SOP, and when October comes, if they announce you as the winner, fine. If they don't, it's okay. So Instagram really, because Instagram is where I easily find information about any competition I want to enter. So that's how I found out about this, and that's what encouraged me to enter.
All
Mm.
right. I think it turned out really great for us and you because we found such an inspiring candidate for our program, and hopefully the amount that you've received that helps you in your further studies and your dream of becoming a writer. For students dreaming of studying abroad and pursuing the same field of creative writing, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to those students? Is there any particular strategy that helped you in crafting a winning application?
Okay, what the first advice I would give them is to start early. I know it may sound cliche, but I feel if you start your application early, it will be easier for you to take your time. Because in creative writing, apart from submitting your transcript, your portfolio, your transcript, your recommendation letter from both your school and work, you need to submit a portfolio as well. So you cannot get into any creative writing school without submitting your portfolio. And every school is different. But for University of Birmingham, we had about 3,000 to 4,000 words to work with, and that's a lot. So if you start very late, like close to the deadline, you wouldn't be able to write your best work. So I would advise if you want to go to school next year for creative writing, you start writing now so that by the time you want to submit, you would have work that you have read plenty times, you have given other people to read, you have also edited it countless times, so you can be very sure you're submitting your best work. Another advice that I think work for me is write from your heart. So sometimes if you want to do an application, you may think that, oh, your work has to be in a particular structure, has to be written in a particular way for you to get that winning application. But I feel when you write like that, your writing is dishonest, and sometimes it can come across to the reader that you're just trying to win them over. So the best thing to do is write from your heart. If you write from your heart, it will be very easy for you to get into school, because the reader and the admissions office will be able to see that, oh, this person is passionate about it. And lastly, I would say, apart from your portfolio, in the SOP you submit to the school as well, make sure that your passion for writing is shown. So don't just write it in a way that it's like a very boring read, like, oh, when I was younger, I started writing, I like this. Make sure your essay is also in a creative way, because I feel that's what helps me as well. I wouldn't just say write it in the same way as someone doing other like structured courses. You're doing creative writing. You need to show the admissions office that apart from your portfolio, you can also make an essay look creative. So your introduction and your conclusion should be perfect as well. I feel like if you have those three things, you would be able to get that winning application. So to reiterate, start early, write from your heart, and show passion in your SOP. So those are my three advices to students who want to come in for next intake.
Those are some really great pieces of advice, and I'm sure that whoever listens to your interview and whoever goes through your stories finds inspiration right from the beginning, and they follow through your advice and get into their dream universities as well. And maybe somewhere in their journeys, we are there to help them along the way. Um, Lastly, I just have one question. What is it that you hope to achieve in the future as a writer? Is there any project or story that you've always wanted to bring to life?
Yes, actually. There's this, I have a book of ideas. So anytime I think of any story, I write it in that book. And one of the stories is probably like a crime fiction romance story. It's developing right now. And with the course of my academics, I want to learn how to develop that story better and hopefully publish one day. That will be like my first published book. So that will be my debut novel as an author. I'm really working towards it, and I hope that goes well. And also with my writing, I want people back home in Nigeria to be able to see my books in the shelves all over the world and know that, okay, that someone that they know, someone they can look up to has made it in this way, and they can also make it as well. Because in everything I do in my writing, I don't just want to, okay, be a great writer, which is good, yes, but I want people back home to also inspire to do it as well and know that they can do that too. So I'm hoping that very soon, once I graduate, once I can publish that book, I can show people all over the world, and also really, especially in Nigeria, that you can do this too. It may not be easy, and it may take a while, but you can do this too. I know that the young generation as well, those that are still in secondary school or still in their undergraduates, can know they can also inspire to do this as well. That's really my goal.
I'm sure that because your vision is so noble, where you want to inspire your home country, people do not for them to not give up on their dreams.
Mm.
So you're not just becoming the best-selling author. I think the goal that you hold behind it is going to be acting as the motivation for the rest of the coming generations. And
Mhm.
we for sure at Amber, whenever you do publish your dream book, we'll be sure to read it as well.
Mhm.
So congratulations and all the best for all of your dreams and all of uh, you know all of your ambitions to go through in life. Congratulations once again for becoming the winner for Amber Scholar, and we're very happy that we could be a small part in hoping so that when you publish your book, we have a part to that. Congratulations.
Mm. Thank you so much. And I feel like when I publish my book, in the acknowledgement, I would most likely put, and thank you, Amber students, because you were the ones who gave me the finances to inspire my goal. So I would definitely put that in the acknowledgement. Look out for that.
We would be very obliged.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
Are there any parting thoughts that you would like to share with our audience?
Okay, yes. I would like to say thank you once again to Amber Student for giving me this incredible opportunity and making me and my family very proud. And I would also like to say for students who are starting to apply now for the next intake that they should also like don't give up no matter how hard it is or no matter if people aren't encouraging you or even if people think that your course may not be a sensible one, so to say, even if it's not a course that is encouraged back home, you shouldn't give up. Try, apply for the course you want to do, follow your passion, and then when you're done and you graduate, go for your dream job and everything will work out. So don't give up, even if it's hard, even if it takes many years. Don't give up. That's my advice to students for the next intake.
That's an
Mhm.
amazing parting thought. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Visayo. We wish you
Thank
all the best in your life.
thank you so much. It was nice being here today.
Thank you so much, Fisayo, for sharing your inspiring journey with us. Your passion for creative writing is truly captivating, and your words have the power to inspire so many aspiring writers out there. We can't wait to see where your talent takes you. For everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on future scholarship opportunities like the Amber Scholar program. If you are passionate about writing, storytelling, or any field of study, make sure to chase your dreams just like Fisayo has. Apply today and take the first step towards making your story come to life. Bye.